I have psoriasis. Can you tell me what belief systems that I'm still holding on to?
These go back many, let's say, quote unquote, lifetimes. We talk about lifetimes as though they were in the past because this is how many of you need to view your lives in order to comprehend them. But in reality, they are actually happening simultaneously to this own, which is why oftentimes there is a manifestation physically of simultaneous lives. Through some exploration on past life, you may find clarity in your psoriasis. This has happened to our friend, your friend sitting in the chair. Feeling confused about why she had a tendency to hit her head often. Having a recollection of a past life, understanding why there's a tendency to bump her head, hit her head, have things hit her head. It doesn't matter where she's going, something will hit her head. If you ever want to go for a walk by a golf course, go with her because you won't get hit by the golf ball. She will. But for those of you in the room who know her will maybe have noticed that this is lessened a little bit because of an awareness of a past life. This is part of, let's rephrase that, past life exploration can be used as a tool to enable you to figure out certain things about yourself, whether it's from a physiological point of view, an emotional point of view, a psychological point of view. And again, we treat past lives the same we do as past memories. They are essentially the same thing. They're just a little bit harder to find sometimes, a little bit harder to reach sometimes. But there are people that specialize in this and are very good at it. But you can do this on your own through meditation, through peace of mind, allowing the mind to be open, to be clear, to be receptive of any visions that may come to mind. This is all that happened to your friend. Sitting very close in a room very close to here, Sparkling Hills, in the lavender room, her favorite. Experiencing a past life led to the awareness of her head. And it was just simply through that awareness where now the impact that is caused to her head is lessened. And this can be true for all of you. We know that oftentimes you are looking for more specifics, but this isn't our role. Our role is to guide you, to lead you to the trough, and then you decide whether or not to drink, whether or not to explore, whether or not there's any validation or credibility in the suggestions that we offer. It is through the exploration of oneself where growth is possible, where expansion is possible. If someone turns to you and gives you an answer to something specifically, how many of you forget it? You need to know it. The best way to know it is to learn it yourself. You just need the tools to get there. That's our job. That's our role. That's our expression of love to you. Does this help?
So the tools that you're talking about is through meditation?
The tools we were talking about go beyond meditation, but you can reach the tools within meditation. The tools are, 1, past life. Go into your past lives. Explore that. Look for resolution. Look for symbolisms that may lead to an understanding of why you suffer in such a way. That's just one tool. There are many tools. Would you like more?
Yes.
Intuition. It's there for a reason. This goes to all of you, but specifically to the gentleman prior to you sitting in the chair. Not allowing yourself to follow your intuitive guidance symbol that is there to move you in the best suited direction, to guide you in the best suited way. This is the tool. This is the ultimate tool to the human being. This is your blueprint. This is free. It's not an app on your phone. It's not a channel on your TV. It's your internal guidance symbol that is directly related to your innate self, that which corresponds and communicates with your higher being, that which sees it all. But for many of you, you choose to ignore it, bypass it, and go straight to the physical mind, the logical thinking part of the self, which we acknowledge is important, yes, but it's not the first step. The first step in every situation is to listen to your intuition, to learn how to read your own intuition. It's different for everybody. Experiment, test, play with it. Sometimes you'll mess up, and that's okay. Because really, there is no right and wrong. It's just another experience. But should you take the initiative to learn how your intuition is speaking to you, and then to adopt the policy of actually using it, you will see things transpire in your life that you think are magical, that are beyond belief. You will see it happening to people around you. This is how life is meant to be. You're intuitive beings. This is not a new concept to any of you. Would you like another one?
Regarding the intuitive self, you were saying, I mean, I've had it, you have it during when you're driving or something like that, when you're in a quiet state of mind. Is that the best way for me?
That's the best way for everybody.
Uh-huh.
But you also need to learn to recognize it when you're in a state of hecticness, of stress. It'll just be harder to hear, but it's always there. And for many of you, this is the pace in which you live. It's not feasible in every situation to take 5. But if you can, yes, of course, sit with it. But by the time you do that, you've already looked over the intuitive feeling, unless, of course, you recognize it and remember it. The intuitive self will speak to you instantly in a situation. This is how you will know that it is actually your innate self talking and not your physical mind. The physical mind comes in after, always. But it's so fast at times that we don't notice it. So it's about learning to recognize it almost before you actually recognize it. Feeling it. How does it move throughout your body? How does it manifest in physical form? And what does that feeling mean to you? How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel excited? Does it make you feel passionate? Does it make you feel inspired? Then typically that means that is a good feeling that you might want to pursue. But we caution, because often many of you will have a fearful thought and you will mistake this for being your intuition telling you to run. And sometimes it is, but not always. By that point, you've gone into the physical mind. You need to tap into that initial feeling, that gut reaction, which is actually a heart-based response, a heart-based pulsation coming directly from source energy, directly from your higher self to the physical self through the innate being.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.